Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 65 of Bird Squawk.
Hi, what's going on, everybody? I mean, there's not too much to talk about this week. The draft is finally over. That has consumed this show for what it feels like forever. But we're finally, more back to the rumor stuff, see how things are unfolding. We have a little bit of schedule news. Obviously, unfortunately, that's going to be coming out as soon as this video comes out, so that's not going to be involved in this. We'll talk about that next week. But to talk about that a little bit, it has been known before that it is going to be an easy schedule. It is going to be the fourth place schedule. We ended last, and it might be good for this young team to have the schedule that they're going to have.
We'll see. I mean, definitely a little bit excited to see how it's all going to fall out. Yeah, there is reports, and we are number one in strength of schedule as far as the easiest schedule.
Yeah, and the thing is, at the end of the day, they might not be the greatest team, but it's still the Eagles. They're still going to have primetime games. The Eagles-Cowboys is always going to be a Sunday nighter. There's going to be primetime. We're still going to be the young core. They like Jalen Hurts, the NFL. So there's going to be some fun games. Just see how it ends up. And also getting into that, a lot of people, I think including myself, let's get the Giants week one. These guys are talking a lot of crap on the socials.
They are salty.
They are still mad about us tanking the last game and then us jumping them in the draft to take their guy, apparently, Devontae Smith. And I don't think they're over it. And I know we're not the greatest team, but they're talking a lot of crap for a team that's won like 4 out of the last 30 meetings between these two teams. We've owned them for as long as I've been alive, at least.
Yeah.
So, hey, I don't know. There wouldn't be a bad thing to start Giants week one. That gets exciting. If we're back down at the stadium, it'll be a fun time. It seems hopeful. We should be back there this season. Hey, who knows? That's exciting.
It words out they're going to start leaving fans back at the Sixers 50%, I guess, and the Phillies. So hopefully by the time this football season kicks off, we're going to be back at full capacity. I mean, you look at some other places that are having games, and it's like the place is packed.
Yeah, we're getting back to a little bit of normalcy, which is good to see. It's exciting. Obviously, you see it on, like you said, you see it on TV. People are getting back in the stadium. That's exciting. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get back down to where we want to be back. It sucked last year. Even though as bad as they were, it sucked not being down there last year. It's always exciting to be down there with the fans and
nothing better than tailgating with the fans and going into our seats and enjoying a game live. Nothing beats that, especially at the Link.
So that's a positive. And then a little bit of roster news out of nowhere kind of caught me by surprise. It's nothing huge, but Kerryon Johnson coming in.
Love that pickup.
I mean, we went from quarterback factory to running back factory now. This running back room is loaded right now with obviously Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, who they just drafted, Boston Scott, Jordan Howard. They have that Holyfield kid still, too. They bring Kerryon Johnson in, and I understand he was with the Lions. His rookie season was decent. Obviously, they have DeAndre Swift, who is a very young talent, and they obviously moved on from Kerryon Johnson, but young legs, more of a bigger back, probably a little more effective than Jordan Howard, even though we've seen Jordan Howard succeed with the Eagles. I know it's a different scheme, but I still think Jordan Howard has some success. But there's going to be some cuts. There is a lot of people that are going to be in that running back room when camp starts, and
I'm hoping that this is a precursor that Saucy is going to be running the ball and committing to the run. I mean, that is something we've always wanted. I mean, since Andy Reid's days, to run the ball. And, Dougie never wanted to do it. Hoping that Sirianni's offense does commit a little bit to the run. And that's why we're stacking up these running backs to have a good flow and a good rotation.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Deuce isn't there to do the rotations, but there is some talent. We all know what Miles Sanders. A lot of people are high on Kenneth Gainwell that we talked about last week. This kid still has fresh young legs. I think this will be his 3rd season out of Auburn. He killed it at Auburn. He was a good running back at Auburn, as much as I hate to say that. But it's not a bad thing. It was definitely a pick that was a little like, whoa, what kind of pickup is that? That's pretty good. So that's exciting. A little bit of roster news there. And a little bit of roster news as well. Obviously, this has been mentioned a couple times on the show, the Deshaun Watson situation and where the Eagles stand on there. And now even Aaron Rodgers is being thrown into this rumor mill of possibilities that the Eagles could go out and get a new quarterback.
I mean, he's totally told the Packers he does not want to come back.
Yeah, we've talked about this. If you guys don't know about Aaron Rodgers, he has a terrible personal life. He is not good with his family. He's a guy that holds a grudge. It is over. There is no... Yeah, he is not going back to the Packers.
Whatever happened there, he is not going back.
No.
I totally feel like, you know... We may never know what happened, but it's part of this whole Jordan Love not talking to him about that pick. And then I don't know what promises were made or not made by the GM, but he came back, had that MVP season.
Yeah.
He's looking for some compensation. They're not looking to do anything, and he's out. He's going to be gone.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, Aaron Rodgers is great. You're on either spectrum with him. You either like him or you don't.
I don't want him.
The thing is, we're not in the situation. We have the elements and the pieces to make the trade, but he's not going to. He wants to go to a contender.
Yeah.
He wants to go to a team that is going to put him over the top and get his second Super Bowl. The Deshaun Watson thing. This continues to unfold.
Still in the running for this guy. I mean, I don't foresee this ending well for him. I don't see him playing at all this year. I mean...
As of yesterday, he denied all claims, so he's finally moving forward with that. Obviously, we have to monitor as this continues. This is my thing. If he ends up being completely cleared, yeah, get him. But if... Yeah, like you said, I don't think he's gonna play this season. There's just... First off, he doesn't want to be with the Texans, and it's just much.
He was, you know, he gave them the ultimatum as well that he was not going to play for them.
Yeah.
Then all this stuff came out. I mean, if he's coming with any kind of baggage that is unresolved,
it's just
you don't want him on the team.
Just where the Eagles sit right now, it is not the greatest to be bringing in a guy like that if he's going to have baggage. They just aren't built to be that. They're still in the rebuilding with the new coach and all that. You don't need that baggage.
I mean, as a talent prior to this, if he had none of this baggage, 100%. I would have been like all in. Go get it.
This is the thing that I've said a couple times on this show. It is a make or break season for Jalen, in my opinion.
But I really, you know, we talked about this before. I really talked myself into like, let's see what the kid can do.
I'm fully on board with that too.
Let's give him this season. Let's see what he can do with the weapons that we went out and got. You know, and that's a great segue into, you know, Devontae was asked.
Yeah, he's feeling it still.
Who's the best young duo?
It's him and freaking Jalen Hurts.
His answer was me and Jalen.
He's just got, like, this confidence, this swagger that doesn't come across as cocky. Just like, yeah, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it.
I mean, the Slim Reaper is like, don't doubt me, because I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show out.
He's got a chip on his shoulder, and I'm pumped.
I am so pumped to see what these guys can do on offense.
I agree. But like I said, I agree 100%. We've gone through the offensive talent that this team has all of a sudden out of nowhere, that this team on offense is really young and can be a little explosive at times. But I truly think it is, if they are not 100% sold after this season, I know we have those 3 first-round picks, and that looks good for taking talent, but that also looks good if you don't like a quarterback to move up and get your guy. Obviously, I have no idea who is going to be coming out of college next year. That is a year away.
Well, but I mean, it also looks good to load up on those picks and also go get somebody like Deshaun Watson if his situation.
That's
is
also
cleared.
too. So you have options there. It's you're either gonna go get a guy like you said, or you're gonna go get a guy in the draft, or Jalen Hurts ends up being the guy they like, and then you take some talent in the first 3 rounds. Like, if you really end up taking 3 first-round picks, that's huge keystone building for this team for the future if that's where it ends up.
I mean, like we talked about, we got young on the offensive side, we got to get young on the defense.
And they did that a little bit in the draft. Obviously, a lot of the guys they took defensively in the draft still have a little bit to prove. Obviously, everyone they drafted had stuff to prove. But yes, they're slowly getting younger on the defensive side. But yes, offense is pretty young, other than the line, but they addressed that in the draft as well.
It's like we talk about, you want to hit on these draft picks while they're under their rookie deal.
Yeah.
And keep loading more rookies into that mix.
It is a thing. If you see, obviously not all Super Bowls, but recent Super Bowls, us included, when the Rams made it to the Super Bowl, when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl not that long ago, you take advantage of a young quarterback on a rookie contract, not taking up the money, and you build up. That's how the Eagles built their Super Bowl roster, and that's how they succeeded when Carson was in his sophomore year.
Yes.
That's how you got to take advantage. And I know it doesn't seem like we're there, and I would say we're not there either, but see how it goes. See how it builds. You never know.
I mean, every day I'm getting a little more excited, you know. I'm getting a little bit.
You're liking Saucy.
You know, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm liking what I'm thinking we're going to be doing. I'm thinking the offense is going to be electric. I'm hoping this Gannon brings the defense some swag. I just feel like it's going to be a totally different atmosphere down at the Link. I mean, after a year of not being there, the place is going to be more than crazy. Electric, you know? So, hey, we get this easy schedule.
Hey, crazy
things
have happened.
You know, our division still is like
garbage.
The worst.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, who knows what can happen. Just take care of business. Shock the world. You know, do what you got to do. Go out. Show up, show out, and we'll see what happens.
Exactly. I totally agree. We're getting closer, and no, we're getting there. So soon summer soon turns into fall. I said that last week. It's getting exciting. But as always, thank you guys for watching. We'll be here next week talking about the schedule. Obviously, 16-0.
Yeah,
we know that's going to go.
Through our 16-0.
You know it's going to be 16-0.
Yeah.
But we'll be back. We'll talk about the schedule, break down that. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.